Oh, what the hell? Dude, the weird. What is going on with the? Okay, I think that's good. Yeah. But what is strange? What is going on here? The resolution is all kind of funky. All right, back to Dirt Rally somehow, for some reason. Look, I don't know why. You're the ones that voted for this. Here, let me see if I can get the options. Do you have a graphics that gives me like? No, just off and on, really. I'll turn it on, I guess, because this is like super weird. Is this how I was playing it last time? I don't even remember. Well, anyway, how do you control this video game again? I've already forgotten. Right, it's A and Z, and then it's comma and full stop. That's right. A, Z, break. And let's just keep it like that, I suppose. All right. How are we doing this? Custom event. Right. No, I'm remembering now. A rally. A dirt rally, if you will. AI difficulty. I don't know. I don't know which one this is. Stages. Yeah. You mean you don't have a force feedback wheel? I mean, that's the entire thing. If I did actually have the good the good like controls for this, I would probably make a lot more of an effort to actually play it right. But here it's like I got to do this with no comma, full stop, and A and Z. When does the bank update for Dead Cells come to Switch? Probably soonish. It's been in beta for a while, which means that I'd say that you're probably going to be getting it fairly quickly. I don't think I can turn off all. I can only set the AI difficulty to open, I guess. That's the lowest level here. Damn it, I was hoping, like is there any way that I can customize this event a little bit more to not contain any more than a single AI? That's what I want to know right now, because that's what the plan was. Well, let's go to Wales. Sure. Sounds good. Overcast, a little bit of light gravel. Yeah, quite a bit of medium gravel though. I'm not as enthused about that. Altitude difference is okay. Oh, all of these just get worse and worse over time. Just go with the original one. 50-50. I guess it's not that bad. Let's just do this. Okay, and then what car dare I even want to take for this? Some new ones. Let me just give me a Group A. Yeah, I think that of any one of the cars here right now, that this will probably be an optimal one to take. That's not true. None of this is true right now. I don't know what I'm doing. If you think for even a second that I have any idea what I'm doing right now, I don't. Back to the custom events. With the easiest possible. Hey, Yulia. Jesus, Dad, I'm never riding with you again. Look, I've only rant about Elden Ring for 20 minutes this time. Trust me. Hey, Yulia, how you doing right now? Because, hey, Elden Ring is done. Elden Ring has currently finished. We're kind of fucked, yeah.
5,
yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1, go. Left 6 and right 6, 100.
Okay, as much as I would love to, actually... Well, you do also... Yeah, I shouldn't forget that you do also get the instructions on the screen here. Yeah, handbrake is space. Okay.
And right 5.
I don't even think I'm able to buy subs now because PayPal stopped working with us. Jesus Christ. I mean, hey, don't worry about it. You've given more than, like, enough. Hopefully you're enjoying the Baba Is You series, at least. That's about as much as I can do right now. I'm sorry. Well, you can at least keep having the E-clown bullshit happening while things continue to. Now, let's be honest. Stay about the way that they've been for the past 10 years or 20 years or so. Russia? Yeah. In the middle of Siberia, right? So it's just like, man, that fucking sucks. Because it's just like...
Right 6, 150.
Nobody wants this. There's only one very specific group of people that want this, but, you know, kind of hard to have any say in that matter now.
Dip, right 6, and left 5 half long of crest, 100.
I still have absolutely no idea how to play this game, by the way. Oh... Oh, don't worry. I mean, it's like, hey, if you want to call out the subs for, like, series that you want, you still got, what, 2 more coming here?
Keep right over crest, 80.
Okay.
Keep left over crest.
I'll postpone watching the Baba Is You because I actually want to complete some puzzles myself. Yep, I have gone through and I have finished all of the puzzles on my own, so... I mean, I'm not going to say that I'm, like, blasting through them, but I am giving the full-on explanation for every single one that I possibly can. Ah, good old nice driving. Remember, everybody wanted this instead of Risk of Rain 2. Oh my god.
Left 6 and caution right 6 bump and left 5 logs outside.
Just
130.
still gotta keep going here. Plus 1 second. Oh, come on. I feel like that was a pretty good split, all things. So relaxing. Yeah, just sit back and relax. We're just going on a... I'm just going to play Dirt Rally as if it is, oh, God. The Euro Truck Simulator here. I do have a driver's license. I don't have a rally license. You know? I'm not a rally. I don't even know how to do the rally, and to be honest, the tutorials weren't very much help. I went through them. Yeah. Just gotta kind of keep. I mean, you gotta remember that I don't have like an actual pedal here. You know, speaking of trying to control this thing like a real car. It's that I don't have an actual pedal. The only thing I can do is press a button or not press the button. I guess I can use the handbrake a little bit more judiciously.
And right 5 over jump maybe, right 6.
No, never mind.
Caution left 5 gate.
Okay. When in doubt, flat out. Unfortunately, I don't even know. Like, this is one of those games that people, essentially commissioned me to play with the channel points, so I don't even know anything about dirting and rallying. We're just gonna play this, like I said, like Euro Truck Simulator here, as it were. What's the make and model of your IRL car? I mean, it's actually new. I got it new back in 2019 for a pretty good deal, but that was also when I still had a job. So you know, enough complaining for now. It's 2 a.m. Should really go to sleep. Well, hopefully things get a little bit better, because, God, I mean, keeping you in my prayers and all that right now, along with everybody else that's being affected by this bullshit. But, you know, I said before that it's like, unless you're like a head of a major company or like a head of state, you know, there's only so much you can do. Ugh. Keep on going. How long have you been avoiding this game? I haven't been avoiding this game. I have been continuing to play this game off and on for a few months now. Can't you play with this with a controller? Maybe? I don't know. It's a PC game. Why would I play with a controller? Yeah, it's a Bugatti. I got only the most expensive cars. I got a vintage Rolls Royce alongside my Bugatti and 5 different solid gold Ferraris in there. Yes, you can play it with a controller. Well, not me. I don't play it with a controller. I play it with
80
keyboard.
over crest.
Not even keyboard and mouse. It's just keyboard. At least with like mouse wheel, I could maybe like
Continue for 80, keep in.
speed up, slow down a little bit.
Crest.
Please, for your own sanity, play it with a controller. I don't know. This is fine for me.
Into right to over
Like I
80,
said,
times to
we're not actually racing here. We're just going on a nice drive. Look, I would love to play this as at like an actual, you know, competent level, but I don't think that's gonna happen. It's just, it's just not gonna happen here.
Right 6 posts. Crest, keep right over crest.
Take the babes off the car before driving. Oh well, can I at least keep the mud flaps with the pinup images on there? Looking mighty grayscale this morning. Well, it is winter. Also, I'm in Wales, so you know, foggy moors are kind of the order of the day after all. You know how that is. You know how that is.
Keep left
Still,
on
though,
jump, maybe
it's a nice
to the gate.
place. It's a nice place. It's good for a drive here. The highly publicized drive where there's you, chat, right on the side of the road,
Jump, maybe, into
staring
the
at me, judgingly, I assume. Like I couldn't even imagine it being any other way. Look, don't worry, we'll go to McDonald's after this.
crest.
That's what I did
Long
last time
times
we
to
did this. We can't do McDonald's RP the entire time. We did, yes, we can. Okay, no, it's not that we literally can't do McDonald's RP. It's
Keep
that
right
I
over
don't.
crest, 80 through dip.
I don't think I should do McDonald's RP. I'll say
Crest,
that.
right 6, half long.
Oh man, I'm just gonna take some coffee here while I'm on a straightaway. Good stuff. Good stuff. Now I need to get my hands back on the controls, which are not what you expect them to be. Staring at you sitting in the car, drinking your Mick coffee with a straw. It's true though, I do have a straw. It's like that is for real. I'm still using. I haven't stopped doing the straw thing. And besides, it's not McDonald's, it's Starbucks because I like their mochas. Are you using number pad? No, I'm using AZ spacebar, comma, and full stop. So, in case you're, probably like speed up a little bit.
Right over crest.
Yeah, I didn't even notice this is in miles per hour. That's kind of weird. Would have expected it to be in kilometers. I don't know.
Caution
Just
left
beating
3 long
Elden
through
Ring, and holy McFuckers, that game was hard. Did you use the Big Cheese build, or did you try to play it the original way that I was playing it? Because let me tell you, there's a big difference in how that game works.
Gate, 80.
If you try and play it like the most traditional style
Gate, left
of
40,
sword and board, or not even sword and board, I was just using a weapon with without using like the summons, without using the weapon arts, without trying to go for big boy big parries and everything like that. God, that game is like, I don't want to say even harder than Sekiro, which I would say is the hardest of the Souls game. I gotta say, I don't know if I'm gonna end up playing too many more FromSoft games if they just keep upping the difficulty like this. Holy Christ! Yeah, no, Jemski, we're here. I said that I was gonna be playing this next. You paid the channel points, so we're doing driving with Dad as I try desperately not to fall back into McDonald's RP.
Right 5 into right
Sekiro
5,
is the hardest? Yeah, I would say so.
side.
Probably then Dark Souls 3, then Bloodborne.
100 over crest.
I want to say that,
to finish.
sure, look, don't get me wrong. Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Demon Souls, all got their pretty tricky parts, but I would say they're relatively easy. Relatively. But like Sekiro, man, you had to be on point with the position 13, eh? Well, let's do a different one, I suppose. You have to be on point with like all of your parries and everything, you know. Man, because that's the only one I finished. I mean, kudos. That's a hard one. Ren showed me his starting build and current build. He went from having a massive axe that looks like the Black Knight Great Axe and downgraded to a Claymore and Shield. Hey, Claymore is a decent weapon. I mean, I started out the game using giant axe, just the giant axe the entire time. And then eventually just went to, Finland, why not? Playing Bava as you again right now. Go represent. And then sure, we'll hit up, let's do Group A again. Go with this. Anyway, what was I saying here again? Yeah, and then I eventually just went to Katana. Fast. Sekiro seems to be the hardest, considered the hardest generally. I've heard some tryhards complain that Elden Ring is too easy. I can't imagine that. I've spent more time on the on each. Are they playing it with like the summons and everything? Because yeah, splitting aggro makes a huge difference in a game like that. Bah. Started with giant axe and went Finland. I mean, look, you saw Noita, right? You know what Finland looks like. Starting to get any handle on driving? Not at all. You gotta remember, I'm using this keyboard, so I can only press a button or not press a button. There's no fine controls here or anything that exists.
Right 6 long, 100.
People that say it's easy are definitely playing with summons. I mean, you saw the difference that it made when I started using like the Mimic tier, and even in the yeah, I don't want to go hard into spoilers, but even in the midway through the game boss fight against a certain character that you know who I'm referring to, I even just used the jellyfish summon to split aggro for even like 2 hits against him. The jellyfish went down in 2 hits, but it was enough to take out a huge amount of his health bar. So,
Left 5 half long over bump.
It's like, man, parrying is much harder in Sekiro. Well, I mean, Sekiro is largely based around parrying, so it's no surprise that it would be very, that it would be a lot easier to do. There a reason not to go beyond first gear? Because, I mean, well, if I try to go fast, this is what happens.
Small crest, 40 past junction left 3 long. 100, press jump. Right 6 over press jump.
Handbrake. No, it's happening. Anyway.
It's back that way.
I know. I had to back up to get back on the thing. It's like playing My Summer Car. Oh man, My Summer Car would be a really fun game to eventually play on the channel, just because that thing is hella wacky.
60 bump.
And then it's like by the time you actually build the, what is it called, the Satsuma? It's like you never actually use it, because that's the only car in the game that actually takes the damage when you run into stuff. Oh, I would definitely use I would 100% use a guide for that, though, if I was going to do that. Because that game seems like a nightmare to try and learn on your own. Oh my god. Still, though, a pretty cool, pretty cool concept, and there's like a lot of stuff to do, despite the fact that, my god. Well, you've got to listen to that dude telling you to side the next curve and then use your brakes. Oh my god, this is, oh Dirt Rally, it's too hard for me. Too hard for me. Do the handbrake when you lose control makes it, don't do the handbrake when you lose control, it makes it worse. Try and catch a car with no throttle brake, and then brake in a straight line. Oh, yeah, I don't know if I have the presence of mind to even do that when I start to spin out. I'm gonna have to play this game an awful lot more if I want to try and actually, do it right, I mean, I'm still just trying to get used to.
Left 5 over crest, jump maybe, don't cut.
Here, let's.
80.
Yeah.
Times 4 over crest, don't cut.
FromSoft games are not that hard. There's a lot of games that are harder than your average FromSoft game. Don't be fooled by the hype. It is not. This is not like the end-all be-all as far as video games and difficulty go.
Left 3 half long, opens over crest.
I feel like there's a decent amount of games on the channel alone that I've played that are harder than your average FromSoft game. But Dirt Rally is certainly. I mean, certainly in their own ways, Dirt Rally is the FromSoft of whatever nonsense. Willie's just standing on the side of the road cheering you on. Probably mad that I keep not doing his puzzles correctly, which I understand. True, those platforming games, man. There's some really... I played some really tough games on the channel, I'm telling you. Jump King? Oh, Jump King wasn't that bad. Yeah, Tower Climb, though. Tainted Lost. Oh, my God. How long did it take me to do any one of the Tainted Lost things? Or just OG. OG, Jacob. I spent a long time doing that. Spent more time trying to fight Mithrix than I did any boss in a FromSoft game. I'll tell you that right now. What are you playing? We're playing Dirt Rally badly. I'm trying here, but I'm gonna be honest. It is not my forte to be playing a racing game of any variety, much less one that I don't actually have the proper controller for. Elden Ring is done. You can actually go see the finale where I beat the final boss and everything. I guess I didn't beat every boss in the game, but I'll be honest. By the time that I finished up with Elden Ring, I did go back and I fought like a couple of the optional bosses, you know, the ones that had great runes, and I just crushed them. It wasn't even challenging. Like for example, Moog, the Lord of Blood or whatever. Whatever, just kind of like ran in there and beat the blood out of him. You know how that is. Celeste Tower Climb because you were crapping it. Yeah, whatever. I know. Look, I can't compare. Look, here's the thing. I don't have skill. I'm not a skillful person. I'm not very good at things. I'm just very tenacious. I'm like a history's greatest disciple sort of thing here. Whereas I have no inborn talents. I merely have the desire to constantly better myself. You know? Thanks so much for the sub. Yeah, Yulia was actually here a little bit earlier, but dipped out because it's like 2 a.m. in Russia right now. You know how it goes. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm like Kenichi. What are you talking about? I am. I'm basically exactly a true masochist. Oh, whatever, masochist. Go compare the amount of complaining that I did in the Elden Ring series, but also compare the fact that I actually finished it. Yeah? Sounds like me too. Yeah. And God knows, like, you go see like some of the Babas You VODs or something where I just spend 2 hours on a single puzzle. Like the treacherous wetlands that I did in that first episode of the thing. Took a long time to figure out immediately, but in the immediate tries. But then by the time you actually see it in the video, it's like, oh, just do this, you're done. We're done. You already finished Elden Ring? Already? It did take 60 hours. I just played it. I'm not employed, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, just look at Persona 5. If you want to look at my sheer persistence with things, look at the Persona 5 series. 120. I never gave it up. I hated so much of that. And to this day, we still shit on it a lot. Like a lot. and it's like, it's still done. The series was finished, was completed. And not even just completed with the full-on transcripts. Well, not the transcripts, but the captioning and everything. Would you play P6 if it came out? No. I think unfortunately Atlas has kind of lost me as a customer. unless you want to pay. Do you want to pay? Other guy made the series. Oh, you should be watching Aegis Rim then. Boy, the past 4 episodes have been a real trip in Aegis Rim. Well, the past 3 episodes and then the very end of the Amaguchi 30 kilometers, if you're looking for it on the channel. Yeah, the DLC for this, you should have Drive Pikes Peak, beautiful mountain scenery. Yeah, we should do that. I mean, after all, if I'm not really playing this very well, I might as well go for something that looks very nice. After all, I'm at least staying I'm gradually working my way up, everybody. I'm at least in Gear 2 now, for God's sake, which I feel like is it's an accomplishment for me, please. I don't know if I have the DLC, though. Unless it came with the game. I might have bought, like, the complete version. I honestly could not tell you. Why Why are you playing this anyway? It was part of the like games on the list to play. Man, I'm never gonna do this, am I? Oh. Well, let's see here. And it's like did you actually learn Japanese? I mean, I got a lot better doing it. I'm still working on it. I'm still we can let's take a look. Sweden, Finland. No, I guess I don't have it. Monaco's a pretty nice place too. No, in winter though. Well, fitting. Sure. Pikes Peak is a hill climb, not a rally. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. It might as well. It's not like I'm going to be doing not like I'm going to. There we go. Actually been to Pikes Peak before, by the way. Yeah, just do the full course. Once again, if all I'm going to be doing is playing this game like garbage, I might as well see a nice place. So what's next? Well, originally the poll that I put out on the last episode of Dead Cells was, do you want to see Dirt Rally or the Risk of Rain 2 DLC? And Dirt Rally 1. But other than that, I still got we're still working on Baba Is You. Probably going to be doing that. More Aegis Rim. If you are one of the few people that actually are if you're one of the few people that are actually watching it. What else? Yeah, Baba Is You. Probably going to end up doing 2 again. I want to actually do 2 as a series. It's got me 14,000 channel points to win that full. Yep. And that was the plan. What do you think of Baba Is You? I tried playing 3 puzzles, then quit. I love Baba Is You, but I also love a good difficult puzzle game like that. And of course, I mean, it's by my man Hempuli, who also created Environmental Station Alpha and was one of the developers of Noita, so gotta represent that as well. Once your dirt rally is finished, coming in first in a race, which is not happening. I thought I could maybe just take out all the competitors, but I don't think that's a thing I can do. Still waiting for Ashes of Vados and Ending B. We'll get there eventually. I'm sure there's a point in time when I'll probably just end up throwing that on as a stream thing, and we can just blast through the entire game. After all, I played that game plenty of times. It would not take too long to go through the entire thing. You know how that is. Don't think that's how a rally works. Well, if I could, it would have worked in that way. I'm telling you. I have 20k points. What can I do with those? Well, I'm eventually going to be opening up more game, force me to play things again. Eventually, if I stop getting more people to put stuff on the list, that is. Right now, I've already had Akane and Invisible Ink. And then somebody actually bought me Betrayer, so I guess I'm going to have to go play that game then. Time for Hollow Knight. No, I explicitly put for game suggestions, no repeat. You got to pay actual money if you want me to do a repeat game. And even then, Dirt Rally might have Rallycross, which is a head-to-head race. Sequel does. Oh God, if I knew how to play this game, if I, like, I'm trying my best here, but you know, I'm not really. And I think I've still got 100 years before I'm able to actually beat one of these races at anything except for position 13. Oh man, I tell you. Ending B hits much harder when it comes to impression, despite being much shorter. I mean, my opinion, at least on the on like the story and everything of Death's Gambit was, you know, I liked it. Pretty hokey, but also good. I can imagine what's going to be happening in Ending B. Can you run over pedestrians to get a multiplier? What do you think this is, Burnout Paradise? Or just one of the Burnout games? No. Cut that out. I'm at least gonna try. I'm at least trying. Not very well, obviously. I mean, that goes without. It's Sweden. This is America. This is Pikes Peak. They're just Swedish spectators. I know how it's. more of the area in the final fight. Oh boy. Well, I struggled a lot with the final boss and ending in Route A. Well, I didn't struggle with the final boss. I struggled with the heroic version of the final boss, of course. Running over spectators comes with a time penalty, I would think. Also probably a jail penalty. But either way, it's like, I'm trying here. I'm giving it my all, but you know, I'm gonna have to like go on a training arc for this game or something if I want to actually beat it, and probably like actually use a real controller. I mean, you know, that whole thing. Thought this was Carmageddon. It's Crazy Taxi here. Are you ready to make crazy money? Here we go. Yeah. It's a resource management fight. Well, I mean, in some ways, all the fights are resource management fights. Barely got to the end of like the endless fight, for example, on heroic with a decent amount of healing, and by decent amount I mean any at all. Cucumbers are fruits? I mean, yeah, like anything. Most vegetables are fruits. They're like fruiting things. You know, they contain seeds and everything like that. They're not like stalks, nuts, or roots. It had seeds inside its fruits. Yeah, you know, like a fruiting part of the plant. But they're vegetables. I think that we gotta. I swear, this is like the Pluto thing all over again, where people we gotta do a better job educating people in school. You know how that is. Thank you for reminding me for that playlist. I want to add that song to my playlist. Yeah, it's for reminding me about that game. It is All I Want by Offspring. Yeah, the Offspring. There we go. Took me a second here. It is a cheesy pop punk song, but it is a cheesy pop punk song that I like. So, you know how that is. Strawberries are multi-fruit. Oh, man. I mean, if it's like, if you want to go get on like the difference between the different types of fruits, you know, whether berries or, because like, you know, a pumpkin is a berry. Along with being a squash and everything, but you know how that is. It's soul energy managing, not have too much for too long. Wait, what? Well, if I just end up using the same build that I was using before, it wouldn't be too bad, I think. I don't know. Is everyone's favorite fruit? What is my favorite fruit? I guess a cherry, right? It should probably be a cherry. I guess I can't really say that I eat a whole lot of cherries on my own because, you know, they got like pits and everything, but flavor-wise, right? Mango. Have you had like mango Pepsi? I like that. It's a good. That's a good type of Pepsi. But I mean, as far as like mangoes go, I feel like it takes a little bit too much to actually create, and I'm not like. I like it. I'm not like super huge into it. What is that? It is Pepsi with mango flavor. Like, what do you think? You know how that is. Apparently that punk rock, emo rock is a major one, that and metal. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, hey, you got to remember that was like a not for me because I didn't listen to music as a kid, but I had friends that were like super into like Blink 182 and everything. Blink 182. Why did I say that weird? It is so boy, oh boy, was I familiar with their whole thing. Thankfully not Limp Bizkit. as much as I do mock Mr. Fred Durst and his limpin' biscuits, I didn't actually listen to all that much back in the day. You know how that is. You can make the bow scale with strength. Yeah, but does that include the actual bow thing? I don't know. We'll see. I might end up doing something as far as something. Yeah, it doesn't have like chunks of mango inside of it. What sort of Pepsi would have? What Pepsi are you getting with pulp? Piercing Light is one of the most broken abilities in the game. Damage, build, flexibility, speed. Well, as long as you have the actual thing for it. I can't remember the name of it now. The talent for it, so it doesn't take forever. Started listening to music after playing Rock Band 2. I think most of my music taste can be tracked back to that game. Yeah, that's true though. Anybody that played a lot of like the Guitar Heroes, Rock Band, whatever, it's for whatever reason, those songs. I mean, I was also talking about in one of the previous streams, Grand Theft Auto. Like, yeah, that's feel like that, and Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk. Those are all games that I feel like influence a lot of people's tastes in music. Got them into very specific type of bands. Know how that is. Why they made that skill deal as much damage as Deathwatch. Yeah, that's the gigantic AoE skill that works with sides. Never really used that too much. I mean, I tried going the finesse build. Yeah, that's what they called it, right? But obviously ended up just going with daggers and the Phoenix bow and daggers, because I guess I didn't even intend for it, but it was on brand now, isn't it? You know how that is. Is everything okay? This was one of those, you gotta remember, I have an entire list of games that I am being forced to play. Not that I am being not that I intended to play in any way, but I am literally putting the channel into your hands, you the viewers, and somebody said they won Dirt Rally. And now we're doing it. And now we're doing it. This is my stubbornness yet again coming into play, where I want to prove to everybody in chat, even at the cost of having to spend multiple hours on many of these games, dozens of hours on some of them, that you guys don't know how to run a YouTube channel. Neither do I, but that's beside the point. Anyway. Tenaciousness and stubbornness have a lot in common. Yes, they do. Yeah, I'm talking about Death's Gambit here. I did a playthrough. They had like a huge update recently, and I did another playthrough of the game along with like alternate endings and everything. You can check it out on the channel. I thought it was pretty good. How do you run a YouTube channel? I don't know. I think the real thing that I should be doing is just playing more Dead Cells. I got an inkling that maybe if I wanted to have a successful channel, I should probably play the thing that people want to see me play most of the time. But anyway, yeah, a little bit too fast. Still throwing stuff like Dead Kennedys and Streetlight Manifesto. That's. I'm talking more about like pop punk, you know, your summed 41s and your blinked 182s. Also throw in stuff like your rap to rocks and whatnot. You know how that is. Guitar Hero on San Andreas was a musical taste for a long time. I mean, I'm telling you, don't discount Tony Hawk. Also a very, very big influence there too. How long will it take it to complete Dirt Rally? Do you think it'll be longer or shorter than Aegis Rim? I think that I more or less am already done with Dirt Rally because there's no true end point to this game. Okay. Now, one single bow ability gave me confidence to finish the heroic ending A mortal run. God, I don't know. I think I can do most bosses, but the idea of trying to do a mortal run against Endless is too much. Do you play anything on console or is it all PC? Well, I own a PS4, so usually stuff that probably wouldn't run on my PC because it's a few years old, I'll end up playing on PS4. Most recently, Elden Ring. But I also got to. There's also a few like PS4 exclusives, or have been exclusives for a long time. Aegis Rim, 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim on the channel that I'm doing right now. It is, it's a video game. It is a video game. It's one of the few video games that I've seen brave enough to say, hey guys, 1940s Japan was pretty cool, wasn't it? And you might, it definitely takes some bravery to say. That definitely takes some bravery to say. Thank you, Shichi Taysen Yasha. I love you for the sub. Speed limit is 15 miles an hour. I'm going 60. What are you talking about? What do you even mean? So request more PS4 games. Yeah, if you want to, go for it. What about Ghost of Tsushima that was set in the 1980s? I mean, it might as well have been. For as goofy as that game got at some points. Anyway. That is actually other stuff that we talked about there, where it's just like, man, Shogunate kind of sucked, didn't they? But it's like, of course, what am I going to say? It was actually set in 2040. No, it was set in 5 identical regions of a fictionalized Japan. No, you people have to watch Aegis Rim before I even start saying this sort of garbage. 757 in a Porsche. Man, oh my god, that is amazing. Needless to say, I'm not going to be able to do that. I mean, I'm just looking to win a race at some point here. That's what we're looking at. Okay, Cyber Tsushima. I mean, God knows that I have also played games like that before, like Katana Zero and the Ruiner most recently. Being a cyber samurai and all that. Sort of. Sort of? Kinda. Though, of course, Ruiner took place in Hong Kong. And Katana Zero took place in some non-existent country. Oh, talking about doing DLC in stream. I hope you're prepared to grind Heroic Onslaught. Maybe not as long as P5 Hollow Knight, but close enough. Well, I didn't do that one on stream, thankfully. That one I did off stream. Then I did do live on camera, but not on a stream. Thinking of getting one shot? You guys recommend it? Yeah, I'd say it's pretty good. It's a... Oh, man. Well, I guess I shouldn't talk about too much in detail. Yeah, let's just say yes. Sure. I played it on the channel. I played it twice on the channel, for God's sake. Let's try this a little bit more. Also stay in the right lane, because we are in America. Nope. Okay, then. Okay. These people are staring at you depressed? Yeah, well. R.I.P. Hey, I'm starting to get a little bit more confident in my ability to actually, like, do this. Maybe that means that I'll start, like, employing some real strategy. You know, that's usually how I do it, right? Gotta learn the basics. Then you start actually trying to do stuff correctly. Skirt. Good enough, whatever. Then you start experimentation. Then you start to actually get a strategy for dealing with stuff. That sort of deal. Well, that was hideously terrible. Well, the boss list doesn't change. I'll show you. Oh, there's we're doing a little bit of, like, well, one shot type of stuff, eh? Which key is the regular break? Space. DR is a game that won't hold your hand, but once you get it, it's so rewarding. Yeah, I can tell. I can tell. It's just, man, it's gonna take some time. A little bit in the action, but because we're doing the song stuff. I just, like I said, I gotta get the basics down. Let's just keep going with Rally. Why not? Whatever. I don't think it really matters too much what I end up doing here after all. Like, yeah, we get the basics down. And I start experimenting around to try and really, like, optimize it. And then we get the strategy and start working for it. Anyway. The balls in the 2 ending can one-shot you. Great. Also, you know, just going to keep trying out a bunch of different stuff. Why not? The tutorials. Well, the tutorials rely on you knowing how to play, what rallies and how they work. Oh. All right. Which key have you not used in the last 18 minutes? I guess I haven't really been doing, I don't know. I'm just going to keep messing around here. After all, like I said, we can always just keep doing, look, I'm sure the people will force me to continue playing this game in the future. Man. As the car spins out, going barely 30 miles an hour, because it's good. Like, it tells you what the gravel is and, like, everything on this. It'll tell you kind of how stuff works. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Into right 5.
Yeah. If you do end up playing One Shot, yes, it is a game that I think does rely on you not having played it before. Got like an element of surprise and everything like that. I, of course, knowing that it was a meta game, immediately took a deep dive into the files. And found out a lot of the inner workings of it. Don't tell me that your game is... Trust me, don't tell me that your game is a meta game, otherwise I'm going right into the registry, baby. I talked about this before, but games and how they save data is actually a lot simpler than you might think. And it's usually human-readable type of stuff. Cheater, whatever. You told me it was a meta game. You think for even a second that I don't know how to just look at a text file. Will you play Metro Last Light? If people make me play it. I mean, I liked Metro. Also feel like I kind of want to rep Ukraine right now, too, so... you know. Would be something interesting to, would be a fun playthrough, I think. Tampered with many saves in the past. Yeah, I did that for, like, a... Environmental Station Alpha as well, because there was like an NPC that I couldn't get to unless you spawn yourself in a place that doesn't actually exist. But yeah, like a lot of save files are just kind of written in very simple ways. I also had to do save file tampering for when I was playing Purple, because that game was glitched out and you couldn't actually get 100% completion without doing that. Would Hades count as a meta progression? No. When I'm talking meta games, I'm talking outside of the actual game itself. You know, things that require you to look at save files or other files on your computer or stuff like that. As far as I know, I don't think Hades ever does anything like that. Yeah? I mean, certainly meta in storyline, where it's, meta in storyline in the way that you actually do in fact die and like everything is a part of the game mechanics. Doki Doki Literature Club, yep, that would definitely be one of those. I also talked about like Inscription and the other games that Daniel Mullins has created, Pony Island and the Hex, same sort of deal. There are even like not even just meta games, there are also other games for you to play to even understand those games. Sexy Brutale, yeah, that's still going on. You can go watch that on the channel. Actually, it's a quite fun little point and click adventure game, sort of Gregory Horror Show style, or like Shadow of Destiny. Okay, more Gregory Horror Show style. But, you know.
Left 3 opens and tightens 40.
The game that might have killed the request file forever. Yeah, maybe. I haven't even had it on there. I think it might be because because Google thinks I'm like, I don't know,
Right 3 tight.
trying like putting up a list of like pirating websites or something.
And right 3 over crest.
I literally start out the first episode of Sexy Brutale being like, this game is not sexy at all. It's like, look, I'm sorry if you clicked on this video thinking this is going to be a sexy game.
Left
It is
6
not
through
sexy.
dip. And right 2 over crest.
More of a murder mystery. Sort of.
6 and tightens 2.
If you played the Gregory Horror Show PlayStation
Left
2
3
game,
long
you'll get it.
tightens 2.
The 1 million channel point reward is going to go down as soon as I finish all of the games that I still have.
And
Dirt Rally is no
18.
longer on the list, by the way. Ongoing is Aegis Rim, Sexy Brutale. We got Akane, Betrayer, and King's Quest, the new King's Quest that is episodic, so it might only be a single episode even. Have you seen the Rock Ridge's Dumpies? Yes, but like,
Left 4.
no. But like, also no.
And right 5 into left 3.
Just an eye-catching title. Yeah, I mean, it really it's the name of the manor, well, the casino specifically inside of the manor that the game takes place inside. Watch the series.
5 into
It's a
left
good one.
3.
It's a pretty fun game.
And right 2 opens 40.
But anyway. Okay.
Left 4 long.
And it's like, I'm always curious though if people actually want to save up for the 1,000,000 points. What is the game that you would want me to play? Like, if you're gonna be like, okay, I'm going to watch this stream for like a year straight, and then I'm gonna make you play what, Ultra Kill? I'm gonna make you go finish up the rest of the bosses in Elden Ring.
Over crest, 130 over bumps.
Gonna make you play the DLC for the Messenger. Because that's a lot of points.
Left 4 long.
But I mean,
60.
I would troll everyone with what though? Replaying Mega Man Battle Network? I never played Mega Man Battle Network. P5 from the beginning. There are rules to that, you know.
Right 240 crest.
Like, no repeat games. Besides, I don't know if you know this, but the game can actually... But Persona 5 was probably pretty short if you just skip through all the dialogue.
And right 6 over crest.
So, you know.
Left 3 opens long.
We'll just spend like 2 hours watching these characters pace around back and forth as dialogue flies by at like 10
And
lines
right
a second.
3 long and crest 60.
Not since the Hollow Knight fiascos. Yep. Y'all kept making me play Hollow Knight. Just so many times.
Caution right 3 tightens hairpin right.
Like Highlander on the Atari Jaguar. Well, I mean, the problem is that I do actually have more games on the list that I literally just cannot play right now. Stuff like the PlayStation 2 Hobbit game. So that one's going to have to take like a while before I can even do it. I mean, you can suggest that, but
280.
I'll probably also emulate it. But, I mean, I'll say that I got it legitimately. No, I'm just kidding. Of course I would get it legitimately, Jeff Bezos.
Into left 440 bump over crossroads.
You know you have multiple gears to go faster. I can't go faster in this weather. Oh, oh man. Final Fantasy Theatrhythm. I remember that game looks fucking really ridiculous. I remember that when I first saw what Ultros looked like in that game, I couldn't stop laughing because it was absolutely silly.
Left 4 long over crest opens 40.
Anyway,
Care right 5.
you played the entire series in the past? I didn't play the entire series. I played 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3.
Left 4 tight.
As it will never come out anyway. We've gotten both Elden Ring and Binding of Isaac Repentance. Silk Song, though, remains a distant hope. How's Elden Ring? It's done. I actually, you can go check out the YouTube channel right now. I put up the final episode 2 days ago.
And left
It is complete. It's a 6-episode mega series for Elden Ring.
Left 5.
Take that, everybody else who's been streaming it.
Right 5.
Bunch of nerds who can't play video games with expediency. Which I say as I'm currently playing Dirt Rally like this.
4 half long, 40.
4, 5, 6 it is. Oh, but those are kind of like, well, okay, 6 is actually pretty good. But like 4 and 5 are some of the worst in the series. 4 especially is pretty garbo.
Left 4, keep in.
2 and 3 are the ones you want to play.
Right 3 over crest past junction. 6
4 is like this super lazy, quickly pushed out
right 3 over
shovelware
crest,
type of
40.
game. 5 is okay-ish. Has a great soundtrack. Go look up Mega Man Battle Network 5 Liberation Mission. That's a really fantastic tune. But you ever get over the open world aspect? No. But thankfully, as I was playing the game, the wiki got updated more and more.
At crest, 40, small crest.
So I didn't need to worry about it, baby. 6 is good. 3 is best. Yeah.
2 through depth.
I really like 2 and 3. 2, I've talked about Mega Man Battle Network 2, but one of my favorite things, and this is a spoiler for the for the game, I suppose. What does it matter? The game's like probably older than most people in this chat right now. It's like I love that the end of the game literally has you going to beat up a guy in his apartment as the final dungeon. It's like you go over to, because it's all on the internet. So it's just some guy who's been running a bunch of servers in his apartment building. And you go and you take the subway over to go beat him up. It is so, I mean, yes, it's a lot more dramatic than that when you actually get there. But there's something about like, I'm just gonna go to where this guy lives and tell him to cut this whole like net mafia bullshit out, which is so good. But yeah, that's a pretty. It's also in general just a pretty good game, you know. Experienced driver. Hey, I'm not getting crashes, am I, you darn kids? Yeah, let me tell you though, I would probably enjoy Elden Ring a lot more if I just waited like 2 weeks or something for the Elden Ring wiki to get fully updated, and then I could just look up where to go for everything. Yeah, I know, it kills the open world aspect, but I don't like the open world aspect. So good.
And keep right over long crest.
Then I can just figure out where I need to go and what I need to do for everything. In fact, at this point in time, I would probably be at this point in time, with the information that I got, I would probably be a lot more amicable to actually playing more of Elden Ring. Because now I know what I'm doing. Although, like I said, I don't know. I feel like the difficulty curve, if I want to play the game like I want to, is immense. But if I play the game like it's intended, it's too easy. Well, sort of. Except for that final boss. But that's because that's 2 different bosses in one. What am I even going to say? So, you know. It's a toss-up. During weather like this, yeah, of course. I mean, I've had weather like this recently. And yeah, let me tell you, you don't drive fast in these weathers. In these weathers? In this weather? You know how that is.
Into left 2 long, 100 through depth.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Elden Ring was good though. It's a decent game. It's just, man, boy, I would be okay if Motion Twin went back to the traditional style games after which, as long as it's just not, as long as they don't keep upping the difficulty on stuff. Because good lord, it's getting too much. Best thing about Mega Man Battle Network is the PvP of it. Oh man.
into
I mean, I did also
4.
play One Step from Eden on the channel in case you just want to see like Mega Man Battle Network gameplay. Because that was... I love that game purely for that alone. Somebody else realizing that the tic-tac-toe of death style is a really good way to make a game. Also, you got Leia from Crosscode in it, which was fun.
Right 3 long opens.
Leia should be in more... no, it's Leah. It's Leah. They have actually given you a canon way to pronounce her name. It's Lee. Leah. More people should recognize how good Crosscode is. Once again, I want to point that out. Every single time I get the chance to do it, everybody should play Crosscode. It's a great game.
Left 4 long time.
And I feel like, yes, did it do well? Yes, but it should be like, that should be the indie game that everybody talks about for the next 10 years.
It's over crest.
I swear, the fact that it is not like an enormous blowout success is a crime. It's like a literal crime. Anyway, yeah, can't wait for more Grindia. When it comes out, I'll be playing it. Lost Ark has been finished, and now at some point in the future, I don't know, we'll be getting the final dungeon. Actually, get a capper on the story, but like, you know, God, it's just like, I tell you, the Crosscode is just like everything JRPG should be. But, you know, anyway, I actually enjoyed the Crosscode series a lot. It's really, I like did that 100%. You want to go like look at a game with an ungodly amount of content like Elden Ring, but that I really enjoyed playing? Go check that out. But anyway, you're not fond of PvP? Oh man, there's no way I was gonna find somebody else with a Game Boy Advance and the connector cable and whatnot that you would actually need to do PvP. Oh boy, it's ridiculous. Sort of stuff that you had to do multiplayer things with a Game Boy Advance. Oh, there is emulator. I suppose there's emulator now, but you got to remember, I played those games on a Game Boy Advance with the actual cartridge. That's my experience with the game. Which is why I can't really, I can't just go and do a series on that. I'm going to have some more coffee. You might be in a historic front-wheel drive car. Okay, less power, easier drivetrain. Keep it up. We believe in you. We'll see. As always, this is one of those very occasional series where I just kind of get a little bit more training in, and then eventually people end up playing, forcing me to play it again later. Don't get me wrong. I want to play games that are outside of my wheelhouse. I want to try something a little bit different, but oh my God, is this so far outside of my wheelhouse? It's so far. This is so incredibly different from what I would normally play. Just period.
Keep right over crest.
It's like I'm trying here though. I gotta like actually attempt to do a little bit more in terms of speed though when I'm trying to play the game. Whatever. People play through that nowadays. Most is Mega Man Battle Network 6, since it's the only game supporting wireless connection. Oh man, it's getting blowout on the thing. I can't remember what I'm saying now. Back. I can't remember what it's called. You have a driver's license. I don't have a driver's license to drive a car with a keyboard. It's like if I did there, maybe I'd have a little bit easier time. All right. Man. Well, at least it's not 13. That's slightly better. Not really. Then buy a steering wheel. It's so expensive for just a game that I'm being forced to play. Watch one tutorial video. No, we already did that. Oh, let's go back to Finland. sprint. Sure. Use the gamepad if you have one. I mean, I have a PlayStation 4 controller. Well, okay, vintage cars. What do we got here? Give me the Mini Cooper. The driver's license, what's actually interfering here? When every actual guitar player was unable to play Guitar Hero, I remember people talking about like, oh, why don't you just play a real guitar? It's like real guitars aren't video games. Also, like, it's not even close to the same thing. It's a big plastic controller, you understand? Man, maybe I should actually go to playing a little bit of, like, we've been going at this for an hour now. I've been going at this for about an hour now, and it's like, maybe I should just go and play like a little bit of Risk of Rain 2.
Go.
Risky Rain 2 now. Okay. Okay. Let's try this one again. Metro is a good game. For some reason, every time I play that type of FPS, my head hurts after 30 minutes. Oh, the motion sickness in first-person shooters is so well known. I remember just like thinking about how fast things could go back in the day and everything. People playing, for example, a like Marathon, the old Bungie game that before they created Halo. It's like that was just a nightmare for anybody with any amount of motion sickness. It was just one way trip to Nausea Town. It's the worst. I think these days, yeah, you're right. This does control a lot better, by the way. But yeah, the front wheel, I think, with the way this is going, you're not even wrong on how this car is controlling here. But anyway, Railgunner is a really good survivor. Doesn't seem like many people agree. Well, I mean, Railgunner is the new one, and I don't have the Void survivor unlocked because that uses new game mode stuff here. Okay. Oh, we'll see how that is. Yeah, I know it's not like every game, but it's a lot of games though, right? I don't get motion sickness. I'm just bad at them. That's why I don't end up playing a whole lot of shooters, you know. Yeah, I'll take the. I should have threw. I should have did that a little bit better. Well, anyway, I can probably. Well, let's try out a little bit of Risk of Rain 2 here, and then I'm sure we'll have more people forcing me to go back to Dirt Rally eventually. But at least I feel like I'm making a little bit of progress here. A little bit. A modest amount. Your aim is atrocious. Yeah, I know. I don't play first-person shooters. The last first-person shooter that I played before starting up the channel was what? GoldenEye on the Nintendo 64. I think that's like the last time I played a first-person. Oh no, I played a Half-Life 2. I played the Half-Lives back in the day. So not quite. Yeah, I know. It's like it's been a grip. You know how you know what I'm saying here. But now you guys are actually making me play things, so I'm forced to get better. And I know I've said before, I want to play some games that are outside of my wheelhouse. I would certainly never want to play Dirt Rally on my own, but it's like if you're gonna make me do it, I'm gonna at least try. I'm gonna try to at least get somewhat decent at it. And who knows, maybe an entire outsider perspective on Dirt Rally is sort of interesting just on its own. Or first-person shooters, or anything. Jump maybe past junction, don't cut. It's like it's a... 100. Or you just hear me complaining about open world games a lot. Like a lot. Like a lot. Well, whatever. That's a caveat emptor, as I like to say. Have you played Mario Kart? Yeah, I played Mario Kart 64. That's probably also the last racing game that I played. If you're gonna call me out on it. I of course preferred playing battle mode, usually in the block fortress. Go and snipe dudes with shells. It was a lot of fun. One dirt rally stream a month, so you have some motivation to practice somewhat regularly. Okay, what is today? It's March 10th, I think. We'll do it on the 10th of every month. That'll be Dirt Rally Day. In fact, we could also do it just like every 2 weeks or something. Oh, I definitely need a ukulele. I mean, ukulele is a great item, so it doesn't surprise me at all. So, my nose itches. Come on. Oh, that was a terrible turn. I knew I should have just actually used a handbrake there, but I'm still like worried that I'm just gonna spin out the second that I do it. Oh well. The 13th of every month. Okay, I actually do. I like that. I like that. We'll do it on the 13th. That's a good one. Fine. And then eventually, over what might be years, literal years, I'll probably end up being able to actually play this game to some level of proficiency. All I gotta do is just be able to beat it once, right? And otherwise, we can just have like a nice drive with your dad.
60 over small crest.
McDonald's RP and all that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep in mind though. Classic car, I feel like does have, at least for a beginner, a much better control than some of the other ones that I've been using here. Well, I feel like I'm watching you play Jump King. The Jump King was easier for me. We go to McDonald's. We're not doing McDonald's RP now. Although I am gonna go get a Big Mac here, and like a Coke. I told you everything. The thing I always get at McDonald's is pretty simple. It's the 2 cheeseburgers, a Coke, and a medium fry. I don't want a lot of fries, to be honest. Especially because I'll usually like grab some fries to eat, you know, before I leave and everything. And I'm not gonna go like put ketchup and everything on all those. What do we got? Oh, let's see how this goes. Hey, that's like not literally the worst that I've done. I want a McSunday Chalky. The ice cream machine is broken. I'm sorry. Hey, that's like not horrid. That could be way worse. All right, let's play a little bit of Risk of Rain 2. And we'll reconvene here on the 13th, which I guess is going to be Sunday. Oh, good old Sunday driving. Fun stuff. But, DLC time. Now let's throw it on for Risk of Rain 2. Because I want to do that. Cooler cars have way more power, and since you aren't comfortable, they cut you off guard with how they deliver the power. Yeah. I mean, you could see me, like, just totally spinning out every time I'm using something like that. I mean, he also gets out of the corners in a way you likely understand from daily driving, at least a little bit easier. Yeah, you can see me doing... Yeah, I mean, I'm like driving it like a real car, where it's like, oh, I got into a corner a little bit too hard. Let me back up, and then It's, I do know how to drive. All right. Oh, let's switch gears into Risk of Rain 2. I want to try out this railgunner here. Like I said, I've been doing a little bit of stuff on my own. I still know how to play this game after all, and I'm kind of interested in seeing what these new items are. So this is going to be interesting just by itself. We'll see, though. Obviously, main goal here is going to be to unlock the actual new survivor and whatever else might exist in this game. I really don't know. If there is other stuff to unlock, I'm not really aware of it right now. In the meantime, I don't think I actually have Risk of Rain 2 captured on the now there we go. That'll work. There's a green item that acts as a rechargeable scrap metal. Well, did you just make a switch gears joke? You know it. I'm proud of that one. I think it's good. Oh yeah, and you can see I was making sure this was installed and everything. All right, give me an overview. Oh, I think I also need to turn on the sound as well. It's probably playing. This was watching other streams or something, so I had it muted. Okay. Crank up the tunes a little bit. Still very low. Give me 1 second. How about there? All right, railgunner along. Kill any high priority target and from any range. Yeah, I would imagine. Deal easily with bosses. Swarmed by small enemies. We'll try to. Well, you prioritize area of effect items in every character. That's not surprising at all. Clean up small fodder. Supercharge incredibly vulnerable. Okay. Fire piercing. Okay. That's frightening. Chance into damage. Okay. Tracking rounds. Throw out a device to push his stuff. All right. And then what do I need to unlock stuff? 30 consecutive sniper shots without missing a weak point. Well, we'll see. Maybe can do that. That seems easy enough. Let's see how it goes. And of course, going down. Go to town in a link. Is it free? It's 15 buckaroonies. Oh. Interesting. Oh boy, I don't know if I'm super good at sniper enemies or sniper characters though. What? That's new though. Okay, and if you don't have the lock on, then it doesn't really work super well. Oh, it's got like a recharge to... Oh, I didn't even realize that. All right, well, this is going to be tricky. Well, I guess I'll see how I can do this, though. Seems like this character is... and you can even do some boosts with this, too, on top of everything else. All right, well, this is going to be a thing. Oh, was Risk of Rain 1... play the same as Risk of Rain 2. Risk of Rain 1 was 2D. Not at all, in fact. It is very much a different sort of... What is the energy thing? I don't remember seeing anything about energy stuff here. All right, well, if I get an active item, that'll be good. You can see weak points through terrain, but you can't shoot through terrain. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Waxquell with the jump mine speed says he's flying. No surprise there. This is going to be hard to get used to, but I think I can probably do it. Let's just see, though. Oh, and there's also some kind of elite enemy attacking me here. Yeah, nice. What is this? Instant heal at low health consumed on... Oh, well. Okay. In the meantime, here, just give me you as well. Ah. Oh my god! Please. This is gonna be hard to get used to, but I can obviously see how it's going to be useful eventually. Okay. I mean, there's like critical synergies going on, so. Maybe try and grab that ASAP. Small enemies. Not very good. Large amount of enemies, you know. Can't picture Risk of Rain 2 since when I heard it. There was no sequel. Yeah, I mean, it is... Oh, I actually noticed they're wearing the antlers that give you heals. I cannot remember what they're called. The rejuvenating antlers or something like that. So that's a new type of elite or something. I don't even know if I would say elite. But I guess that, I don't know if it heals me or if it just heals enemies around them. It seems like that could be an issue either way. Whee! Man, oh man. All right, the delay on supercharge, so keep that in okay. Yeah, all right. Let's see if I can find the Newt statue here, and then we'll try and go for the stuff, because I feel like I'm already spending way too much time in here as it is. Let's go, baby! Give me that instant heal. Yeah, and if you're not really shooting with stuff, it is weird. I feel like trying to snipe everything is going to be the best way to do this, but at least for wisps, I suppose. Yeah, okay, it does have something of a charge up time. You can see the rebooting then too. Okay. But then regular shots, I guess because they home in on stuff, are just kind of going to be used mostly for wisps or other low target enemies eventually. Green enemies heal and do an AoE heal when they die. Okay. That's annoying. Risk of Rain 1 was fun, but I was really repetitive. I never actually played Risk of Rain 1. Watched other people play it, but never really played it myself. Okay, I gotta stop messing around. We gotta, like, go finish up the boss. Hey, nice. Crowbar is probably... Crowbar as an item is probably gonna be pretty saucy when it comes to... What is this? Yeah? Corrupts all... Can collapse enemies on hit? Huh. Well, anyway, that's interesting. Collapse enemies on hit. I don't know what that means, but I suppose I'll keep that in mind for later. Corrupts all tri-tip daggers. To do what, though? Where, oh, yeah, I didn't actually look. Where's the teleporter? I thought it was over here for some reason. Oh man, this is a slow run, but I'm kind of trying to figure out how things work for right now. So please bear in mind how that's gonna go. Come on, shoot. Okay, so they only home in when they're very close to you. They replace certain normal items for an alternative ability. Void items. Yeah, I guess I can kind of see that from the... do they spawn enemies too? Because I noticed that there were some things that happened. Okay. Oh, wow. Multi-shops. It's not a usable item. You just kind of pick it up. Yeah, this is new. I've never seen this one before either. Corrupting means they're converted to that item instead. Yeah, that's not what I expected. Well, Void Fields is going to be interesting here. I guess I'm going to be interested in seeing exactly how that works. I like this item already, though. I'm a big fan of that. Okay. Wow. That is powerful. Anyway, yeah, they're not kidding. I can see where this character has a lot of pluses in some ways and then difficulty doing other things. Also should be able to get like the bands working for me real easy like. One shot. Yeah, one shot, one kill, man. Who says that? Is that like was that an Overwatch reference that I just made accidentally? Oh, my incredible aim comes in yet again. Good enough, good enough. I'll survive. Okay, yeah, bands are also good. Yep, that's Widowmaker. Okay, from COD. Is it? I guess it's probably not even an uncommon type of phrase for a lot of characters to be saying. I never even played Overwatch. No, wait, I did. I bought Overwatch. Oh my god, I forgot about that. But anyway. I haven't played in a very long time, though. I'll say that right now. Hey, when's Overwatch 2 coming out? Anyway. Multi-shops remain open. Oh, there's one of those void things. Okay. Wait, what is this? Is that the tri-tip dagger? Roll of pennies. Oh, okay. Then just give me everything, I guess. Man, what a good item. Obviously, it's something that you're going to have to give up an active item slot for, but, like, wow. Okay, keep going here. I find a blue dome. I think you open void items, kill the enemies that spawn from it to make it disappear. Okay. Interesting. That was way too long to be spending on the first level, but I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm doing here, so yeah. You played a multiplayer game? I've played multiplayer games. This is new. Everything else is the same. Okay, what do you got? What's your wacky thing that you do? Egocentrism. Every minute, assimilate another item into egocentrism. I don't know if I wanted to pick that up. Whatever, we're just kind of experimenting around here, seeing what stuff is even going on. There goes that empty bottle. Whatever, I don't care. Heals, let me tell you. I'm going into the Void realm, though, because this being the Void update seems like it is going to be interesting. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, I played multiplayer games. Why do you think I hate multiplayer games? Do you think it's because I hadn't played them? I tell you, you're kind of making some ridiculous assumptions on your part here. If you can, grab rusted keys. I did get one. Lock bosses are currently spawned to... Wow, what? Really? I already got one of them. Although that might be taken out by egocentrism at this rate. Well, at least I can one-shot things pretty easily. Might be assimilated into egocentrism. Seems like it might be decent for a melee build. I don't know about anything else, though. Also, yeah, bronze automatons. Big fantasy in that in the Void Realms right now. I love that one. I also love active reload. No, I don't. I'm not a huge fan of active reload, I'll be honest here. But, hey, whatever. I'll deal with it. Health drain effect is bugged to be extra damaging. I see. Well, I know where I'm going in the Void Realms. It's probably fine. Yep, that's no good. Nope. What? What? Oh. Okay. Not too shabby. Got sort of a control aspect type of thing going on. Also, get my health packs working for me there, I suppose. Oh, great. I don't like that start, especially with these fellows here. Oh, things that already do a lot of damage at the very start. On the outset, now dealing even more damage when at full health. Or more than 90% health. Ah, no! That's such a good item for this character! Why that one? I'm gonna lose all of my stuff here, and I'm gonna gain a lot of bombs, but that's not worth it. Well, I guess it's my fault for just taking a random void lunar item. That's not what they're called. Sometimes I feel like it's great to have a good reason. You don't have a good reason to avoid multiplayer games. I feel like everybody should at this point. Like, I can't believe there's anybody that doesn't. Man, so they made void fields even better than they were before. There's the AoE I'm looking for. All right, where am I going? Thought I saw it. Well, this might be a problem. Come on. It's like making the void fields even better. Oh my god, I feel like I just want to restart this run. Well, I might need to at this rate anyway. Friends exist? Psh, you have friends? Who here has friends? I really don't need to be at full health for this. I'm just doing it anyway. Mushroom and... Oh. Well, I guess it's probably a good thing I wasn't actually at full health, right? I'll take that for right now and see kind of how this goes. They're incredibly addictive for me, like extremely badly. Oh man, you can see how much I've played World of Warcraft. Although that wasn't even because of the multiplayer aspect. I hate the multiplayer aspect in that. I played that single player. But like, come on. Can't believe you people would end up playing... There we go. Oh, is that moon money? No, no moon money. Well, I continue to lose all of my items to egocentrism. I regret everything. No, that's it. That's the entire thing. Oh, boy. Still, though, I can't believe they made the void fields here. So I need to get out of here ASAP. I can't believe they made the void fields even better to go to now. Are you sure it's bugged that the void fields deals double extra damage? Because I feel like that might be the way they're trying to balance it, right? At least that's the way I see it, almost. Really friendly bunch? I don't believe that. I believe they're as toxic as everybody else. No. Here goes another one. And another one. All right, all right. 360 no scope and whatnot. Not really. I am not at all at that level of play. Whatever. I kind of like to just not have egocentrism working against me right now, to be honest. If I could get that happening, I would be a preference, really. Okay, well, at least see where the next one is right now. Seems like a good one, although tougher times could also be pretty alright. Discord was saying the Sniper and Risk of Rain 2 wasn't viable. I mean, I don't know exactly how viable, and I'm dead. Whatever. Get rid of egocentrism. It's just eating all of my items right now. Alright, alright. It's weird, I like her. Think she's good. Yeah. Seems interesting. Seems like an interesting character, certainly. Oh my god. Does that also affect me as well, the heal? Like, yeah, I see those other rejuvenating horns that they are wearing. Might as well keep one shot and everything for the time being. Whee! That's also a fun thing to do as well. Alright. I played Overwatch in its first year, put 500 hours into it. Dead Cells is my most played game since 2017. I have 700 in that. Man, I don't know. I don't really know too much about like what Overwatch is and how it's kind of going. How does attack speed work with this character? I don't really know what Overwatch is what is going on in Overwatch right now, but all I remember is that anytime people bring up like, oh yeah, I used to play a lot of Overwatch back in the day, not so much anymore, it's always like I never really understood why. I guess it's just sort of a given that it's not that good anymore for whatever reason. Can't really tell you how that came about, but it apparently did. That's a fun item. Oh, I want to get that active real quick. Roll of pennies, and, well, this might make it very easy to do exactly that. Right, recharge, and that should be good for starting this thing up then. At least in about a couple seconds. All right. Didn't they rename a character? Yeah, McCree was apparently was not named after Mad Dog McCree like I assumed, but was apparently named after one of the many pieces of garbage that work at Blizzard. Or worked at Blizzard, as it were. It's like, really? Was not named after Mad Dog McCree? Because I thought that was kind of where they were going with it, right? Whatever. I mean, that's not even the reason why I hear like the people are not really that into the game anymore. It's just more that, like, I don't know. They like the game just is not that fun, as it were. Where's the weak point? Oh, really? Well, pretty good, but I'm gonna need better than that. Not quite a one-shot as it was before. Oh, come on. Ugh. That was weird. I'm getting tired of multiplayer. I didn't like how every time a hero was considered underpowered or overpowered, everybody started demanding have their abilities reworked. Like, just remake the heroes' kits constantly. I mean, that's every multiplayer game, though. People always having their opinions. I mean, for God's sake, it's like every single one of the fighting games, you always get people saying that it's like grabs are overpowered. We make fun of all the time. I can't believe that. Oh man, you can even go look up like an entire list of people's names in World of Warcraft who are changed because of the garbage that was going down there. It's like huge. Can't believe how much Blizzard just names things after their own developers. It's kind of ridiculous. A lot of very egocentric people work there, apparently. It's like, hey, get into Blizzard, get yourself named after 10 different characters across every one of the games they create. But of course, this is just me going back to the old, like, Mega Man 5 thing where they decide to name after each one of the bosses. Mega Man X5, where they decide to name each one of the bosses after after people from Guns N' Roses. Just because. And, like, I mean, that was how they localized it. There wasn't even their original names or anything. It's just the most ridiculous thing. That really aged super well. Yeah, everybody. As we all know, Mega Man games highly, highly associated with Guns N' Roses, the best rock band of all time. I know, X5 was not even a good game, but still. Like, localizers, have some respect for the material you're trying to translate. Like, even just the slightest amount of respect for the material you're trying to translate. Please. Even if it's not good, you don't have to just, like, be like, well, then I can go and name every character Axl Rose. Anyway. I think the problem with Overwatch is that you have no customizations. The only thing that gave that was new heroes, and they haven't released a new hero in a long time. People are getting burnt out from the game. I don't know. I also hear like I don't know, but it's like people. I just remember a lot of people talking about like, oh yeah, I used to love that game. Not anymore. But I mean, you all know what happened with Overwatch. Whatever. Frankly, I wasn't really playing that game all that much, and I'm not really planning to. Killing an enemy gives a burst of speed. It doesn't seem very good. But you know how that is. The Leeching Seed, also not very good with a very slow character like this one. Cool. I mean, I suppose I do have some very basic shots, but need a little bit more than that. Also can't find the Newt statue anymore. Okay, okay. Yeah, there's that burst of speed. It's a very short burst of speed, but burst of speed nonetheless. Guess I'll take one of the drones, even though I don't know how good that's going to end up being. Just because I could really use a... because I could really use like a little bit of a covering fire for myself right now. All right. What else we got going on here? Any other wacky new items? Cautious Slug. Well, if I do end up going to the Void Fields, that can maybe be good. How those things work now. The only thing keeping that game alive is porn. I mean, those characters were built for SFM, as we all know. Like, my God, the amount of, well, it's just like the porn is such a sight to behold with Overwatch, isn't it? Still, though, it is kind of sad in some ways because that was such a huge game for a while. And then it's just like, now it just feels like people have entirely given up on it. And of course, Overwatch 2 is out there being just the thing that people, the thing that Blizzard seems to bring up to try and deflect from whatever sort of controversy du jour they happen to be in. Nice. It is, it's really too bad. Because, yeah, there were so many games at that time that I remember when Overwatch first came out. Was it 2016 or so? That it's like, we're just, hey, we're doing the Overwatch thing because that's so hyper popular. And now it's just kind of like, oh, yeah, Overwatch. All right, what do we got? If I can just take you out again, that'd be great. Yeah, not quite as much damage as it was last time. Can't really say I'm super surprised. Come on now. I miss one shot. Oh, nice. Money. Now here's where the huge amount of AoE would really come in handy. Ain't got it though. Nope. Ah. Come on, I was jumping around so much. I can't believe that I didn't get out of the way of that. Watch out for void ticks. Those things can pretty much instant kill you if they take over your minion. What? I don't even know what that is. Oh, yeah, is this a new area? Seems to be. Well, time to learn more new layouts. Interesting. Well, let's see how this one goes. I mean, yeah, I just started up the DLC. I haven't really done too much of anything as of just yet. Don't even really know how. I haven't even seen that enemy before. I don't even know what it is. Seems to deal some damage, though. All right. Yeah, quite a bit. Okay, then. Ugh. Kind of slow sort of characters. Maybe what I should do is I should just go take out one of the characters that I've kind of used before, that I know how they work a little bit better before going in for something new. Okay, let's just go with the old Commando. See how this entire thing works. It's a Wisp with more range, HP, and damage. Great. That's what I want to hear. No, I'm not using the same character now. Anyway. Gotta kind of like get used to that again. Thank you, Dusty1106. I love you, as always, for the sub. But anyway, no, I don't know how much of like the DLC anybody here has played ultimately, because it's still pretty new. I mean, I was just mostly focusing on Elden Ring right up until this came out, or when this came out, not until this came out. Okay, come on now. More powerful wisps. That is exactly what I need in this game, let me tell you. And mocha. Hey, I'm literally drinking that right now. Anyway. It's a weird, weird to see that they've added that into the game, of all things. I guess it probably heals me too, right? Like, why wouldn't it? Played 40 hours of the DLC, maybe even more. What do we got? That's new. Fitting your equipment triggers. Wow. That's interesting. Wait, how random? When you say random, do we include like lunar items, for example? Huh. I don't know if I like that. This is see how it goes, I suppose. It is a red item, so that means it's probably good, right? Right. It's really good with discount card. It triggers equipment every time you open chests and buy stuff. Wow, really? Well, if I find that thing again, that'd be really good. See how that goes. It doesn't activate lunar items. Okay, good. Because, like, yes, of course, it would be nice to get the spinel bottle and whatnot, but I don't know if I would necessarily want to see that and get the potential for losing stats when I absolutely do not need it. Okay. Railgunner does seem interesting, but also a little bit difficult to use, so. Thought I saw an enemy above me. I think it's just one of those little things in the background. Okay. Really? One away. Whatever, just take this out. Now then. Hey, not bad. Good starter at the very least. Then I think that's pretty much everything I'm going to get around here. I don't really remember where all of the other wacky newt statue things are. After all. Now then. Oh god, don't die immediately. That would be embarrassing. I haven't even gotten to use my bottled chaos. Please. No. Whatever. Wandering Vagrant got me again. Oh, let's just go back to the Railgunner. Might as well figure out how to use this thing eventually. Alright. Now then. New Void Fields is more dangerous? Yeah, so I've seen. Is that intentional? Because people were saying, like, it's bugged out. I don't know. Seems intentional in the way that they made it work, though. Anybody else? Anybody else want to run in here? Because I will easily kill them. Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, I have seen the discount card already. It does seem pretty good, especially because I usually don't use... I feel like I never use the active items as much as I should. How does this work in the way I think it does? No, it does. No? Yes? Sort of? I'm not entirely sure. Cool. Whatever, just do this and then do that. Why not? So what does this thing do? Bathic Bloom. Corrupts all 57 leaf clovers. Enhances your items? What is that? Well, somehow I imagine that I'm not really going to be getting a whole lot more... I can't really imagine that I'm going to be getting a whole lot more 57 leaf clovers. So anyway, usually not something that comes up an awful lot, to be honest. Upgrades your items. Upgrades them to what? Why, what do you mean by that? Ah! Yeah, that did heal me. Okay, good. Little purple bugs are the void ticks. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking when you were talking about that, but I don't really know what that means. Yeah. All right, anyway. White items go to green, go to red. Huh. Is that good, though? I don't know. What is this thing? Deals bonus damage, breaks at low health. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I'm not that good at this game after all. In fact, I'm probably going to lose it right here. Nope. All right. Change 3 of your items to the next rarity. Huh. Is that good, though, necessarily? It's not like there's a ton of extremely useful red items in the game for the most part. Hey, it's a repulsion armor. Maybe I can go into the void fields now. At least, try that again. Try that one more time. All I gotta do is make sure that I don't take egocentrism this time more than anything else. Well, now that I know what it looks like, that should be a little bit easier to do. Or not do, as the case may be. Well, here. I want to try to go to the void fields. Well, considering I don't really have anything aside from... No? And sure, whatever. Okay, get me out of here already. I think I have done pretty much everything I am going to in here right now. Yeah, alright. Oh, let's do it. Wait. One more. Oh, I just need enough items to feed it. Well, we'll see. I mean, getting it in the first area says I'll probably be able to do that fairly easily. And getting rid of an item that isn't, like, super... that is going to be breaking over time also says that that's probably going to be useful for this alone. Okay, let's get out of here. Spend waiting too much time already doing this. Too far. So what do we got this time? Okay, still not... Oh, there's one of the... There's like a void thing now. I'm betting that's probably because it was possessed by the thing. As you do. Well, as I do. What does that mean now? I see. What? Well, I'm not quite sure what happened there. Just kind of died and then got turned into an elite. Okay. Yeah, I don't... whatever. Anyway, keep in mind that can happen, I guess. I also got exploded on, which I don't know what that meant either. Yeah, well. Just none of those are very good for me. The collapse effect does enemies base damage times 4 after 10 seconds. Huh. So that's what that meant when they said that enemies were collapsing. What does that mean, though? And how did I do it? Okay. All right. Keep on going here. Enemies affected by Void Tick's collapse effect. Deals 400 damage per stack. You get more than 3 stacks, you're pretty much dead. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. I did get more than did get more than that amount of stacks, absolutely, but don't really know. Ah. All right. Affected by Void Ticks, eh? That said, I'm not going to stop taking the Void items. They seem interesting. But, yeah, quite dangerous, though, I suppose. There. And there. Yeah, it seems like critical for this character is definitely going to be pretty useful in the future. I'm not entirely sure, though. Kind of see how that goes over time. A lot of people don't like it because it feels unfair when you die to your own healing drone, so they'll probably change it. I mean, as long as it doesn't, you know, infect your own characters, seems like that would work out just fine. All right, let's see what we got here. Yes, there we go. Once again, AoE effect. That is an AoE effect. That is what I'm looking for when it comes to doing AoE effects. I have people telling me that apparently that is bugged out. The keys to just give red items, so that might be worth it, but at the same time, I don't know. Speaking of a lot of helper robots here. Yeah. I can also hit things too that would help out, you know, just in general. Here, give me a healing drone. I've been bad. I've been playing this badly. Okay. Again. My inability to aim. Oh no. It's coming back again. That's fine though. At least I'm getting a decent amount of money out of it, if nothing else. All right. Sure, this character might take some doing to actually work. You know what? Give me another healing drone. Why not? Wonder how often... I still haven't figured out how corrupted items work just yet. Haven't gotten any one of those at the same time that I've gotten any one of the void items here. So that's going to be an interesting sort of experience to see, considering how much of a problem that the void things have been thus far. Just a feeling. Oh boy, the bungus. The bussin' fungus. Whatever. Just give me one more thing and I'm out of here. That's not even good. It's not. He didn't even give me a good thing. God, is there anything else I can do? Not easily. Well, I can go get another healing item if I want to. I don't necessarily know if I do. But I can. There we go. Well, might as well. It's right here after all. And now the Void Ticks have a good place to call home, if I find any. Alright, give me something good here. For the love of God. I've been doing so badly. Okay, 5 seconds. All right, and then let's just do this to try and not die. Because I'm not a big fan of how I've been dying as of late. I'd prefer if I didn't. Okay, that'll work. That'll do. Now what? Hey, at least this is good for the void fields if I don't die trying to hang around there, I guess. Let's just see what happens, I suppose. With the Boston Fungus, maybe that... No, I probably won't be able to heal through the void fields' void fieldiness. But hey, it definitely seems like super worthwhile to go into the void fields at this point in time with the whole, like, command artifact style of... Command artifact... That didn't hit? Command artifact style of, way that you get items now. Just extra dangerous. Oh, you can kill the ticks? I didn't even realize that. I just thought they were invincible or something. Whatever. Not gonna end up playing as... I've never really played as the loader too much, regardless. So, I don't know how good they are at much of anything, to be honest. I hear they're very good, though. Acrid, I only did for, like, the... I played until I got the mastery skin and was about done then. Well, there's some okay stuff that he can do, but, Not gonna worry too much about it. Thank you for showing this game. I don't know when you streamed the first time, but I had nearly 700 hours. It's been a while. Oh, I've never seen this thing before. It looks like a giant domino. All right, what do you do? Eulogy 0. Once again. Huh. That's an interesting sort of item. I suppose I'll try it out. At least it doesn't seem to be as, just totally nightmarish as some of the other items that I've gotten. Now I can finally be a useful backseat gamer. We'll see. We'll see how useful you are. It's a 5% chance, maybe 10. So I'll be getting a lot of items here. What do you mean, bruh? I don't even know what that item does. What are you going to tell me? It's just like, oh no, don't take the thing that you don't know what it does. It could do anything. Even something really cool and good. It's like, what sort of thing? Maybe think about it, though? Well, my thought was, I don't know what this is, so I want to see what this is. I don't know. Have you ever played a roguelike game before? Oh man, I don't want to take anything because it might be bad. You're boring. You are a boring video game player. God, imagine wanting to have fun in your life. But it's lunar. Yeah, even more reason to take it then. Because that means it's interesting. What do you think? I'm just never going to take any lunar item because it might be bad? Ridiculous. Absurd. The thing you're saying is absurd. You should try out egocentrism. Already did. That seems like a very bad item, actually. Maybe if you're like melee and you don't really care about, you know, like, I don't know, mercenary or something. Think about it. It looks like a giant domino. What's there to think about? Anyway. Well, I know what happens when I drive in Dirt Rally. Especially when I drive fast in Dirt Rally. And sure, you know what? Give me another bungus, because I'm not really too much of a fan of much of anything else that's going on here. Besides, let's take a look. Slowly. But hey, at least I'm not going to die in the void fields now. Cool. Yeah, I'm just instantly... By the way, I am just instantly taking every new item that I see, regardless of what it is. Because I want to see what it does. I don't know what any of these things do. Boy, them void fields, I tell you. Try not to die, though, if I can. Corrupted version of the shrooms heals when you run, so you don't have to stand still. Wow, that's like actually a legitimately, well, it's better, but I don't know if you should be getting hit all that much anyway. Yes, pick up all the things. I'm doing it. That is literally what I'm doing. I am literally doing that right now. I just picked up all kinds of cool garbage that I don't know how any of it works. Okay, just heal me up right now. And now I'm just gonna go stand outside here. Observe! Yeah! How? I'm okay though. Give me a second. I'm gonna go pee. Everybody enjoy watching this for right now. Here, I'll leave you with Hatsune Miku. Okay, anyway. Enough of that then. Well, that's silly, but also not very useful, to be honest. Like, oh man, I got an extra level. How useful. Of course, the second that I actually come back here, I'm immediately dead. But hey, it doesn't really matter. Pick up a stone flux pauldron. Looks like a weird buffalo head type of thing. Sure, I'll do it. I don't know what it looks. Well, I mean that sort of description doesn't mean anything, but I'll look for it. You know, whatever. Just go with the regular shots. It doesn't really matter. Like, I want to go the weirdest items. And then just, like, immediately get absolutely clowned on by a bunch of jellyfish. They're not that threatening. They're usually not that threatening. But anyway. Just heal up here real quick, and then what do we got? I could go even more. Let's take the critical, obviously. Although I could go even more bungusing. The bussin' fungus, as I like to call it. As I currently am calling it. One of the few times these things are actually useful. It's like that and as the engineer. And that's about time. First time playing the DLC, yeah, that's why I took like the weird floating domino. Okay, try that again. Good old bussin' fungus helped me out here. But yeah, I've gotten a little bit of experimentation done with this character. I'm trying to go for something a little bit more, good. Oh yeah, I also noticed the timer no longer stops while you're in the void fields. That's a big change as well. Huh. Didn't even notice that actually until right now. All right, so there is like a bit more of a difference than just that, eh? Yeah, making this place a little bit more difficult to go to. Yeah, because otherwise it's like, yeah, I shouldn't be 13 minutes as of right now. You do still get a lot of good advantages, but yeah, I guess it's not nearly as worthwhile to go in here. Now the timer doesn't stop. Okay. Ah. I mean, of course, that was the big thing with doing this. Just be able to get a ton of extra items at no actual difficulty increase. Yeah, you still do get a ton of extra items and, like, partially command-style items, but, like, yeah. I guess just give me the tri-tip. Whatever. Frankly, changing up the void fields is probably for the best. Let's be honest here. Oh man, cool. That is a good item for any enemy to get in here. I mean, it's not literally the worst, but it might be. Look for a brown mask thing with 2 horns. Well, I haven't seen any in any sort of lunar shop as of just yet. Otherwise, I will. Yes. I'm sure it'll probably kill me instantly or something. Oh my god, oh yeah. Soldier syringe is a lot of fun with that. Whatever. Let's get back this one a little bit later. I've been streaming for a couple hours now. I still have other things that I'm going to be working on. Yeah, it seems like, I guess I'll keep that in mind now that you can't really just go into the void field with no penalty. Good stuff.